Well, I couldn't believe it this morning when I got up and turned on the TV, checking to see what the coronavirus was doing. And they told me that my friend and singing partner, Kenny Rogers, had passed away. And I know that we all know Kenny's in a better place than we are today.
Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, two of country music's most iconic figures, were a legendary duo, not just because of their chart-topping hits, but also because of the deep, endearing friendship they shared. Their partnership, both musical and personal, left an indelible mark on the entertainment world. And when Kenny Rogers passed away in March 2020, it wasn't just the music industry that mourned, but Dolly herself, who had lost a cherished friend and collaborator of over 3 decades.
But I'm pretty sure he's going to be talking to God sometime today, if he ain't already, and he's going to be asking him to spread some light on a bunch of this darkness going on here.
For those who don't remember, Dolly and Kenny first made magic together in 1983 when they released Islands in the Stream, a song that would become a country music classic. Written by the Bee Gees, the song soared to the top of the charts, bringing both artists newfound attention and cementing their place in music history. While fans were thrilled by their undeniable chemistry on stage, many speculated whether this bond would evolve into something more romantic, but both Dolly and Kenny were quick to dispel such rumors, laughing off the idea of a love affair between them. In a joint interview in 2017, more than 3 decades after their first collaboration, they addressed the question of why they never became a couple despite their close connection.
Islands in the Stream, you recorded that as a duet with Dolly Parton.
I did.
Tell me about that, because there's obviously been something special going on between you and Dolly Parton.
Well, something special, but not what it sounds like.
Dolly joked that she wasn't Kenny's type, and Kenny, with his characteristic humor, teased that he found her hard to look at. But in reality, their relationship was one built on mutual respect, admiration, and genuine friendship. They likened their bond to that of siblings, comforting, supportive, and deeply caring, but never romantic. Over the years, Dolly and Kenny continued to work together, creating more music that resonated with their fans. They recorded several songs, including Real Love, You Can't Make Old Friends, and even a holiday album, but it was Islands in the Stream that remained their most beloved collaboration. A song that defined their musical legacy and left fans longing for more. Their on-stage chemistry was undeniable, and fans could feel the warmth of their connection in every performance. Their friendship extended beyond music. Kenny was there for Dolly during some of her most challenging moments, and Dolly, in turn, always supported Kenny. One of the most poignant examples of their bond came in 2016 when Kenny performed at Dolly's Dollywood theme park, raising $60,000 for her Imagination the Library. Not long after, Dolly called upon Kenny again to join her for a telethon to raise funds for victims of the Smoky Mountain wildfires. In times of joy and sorrow, they were always there for each other. Their final onstage performance together was in October 2017 at Kenny's All In for the Gambler, Kenny Rogers farewell concert celebration. It was a bittersweet moment for both artists, knowing it would be the last time they would share the stage. But their love for each other and the music they created together was something that would live on forever.
As my manager said, I just saw her downstairs. I said, well, go get her and let's see if she likes it. Well, as only Dolly can do, she marched in the room, and once she came in, the song was never the same. I mean, it was really that different when she sang with me than when I sang it by myself. It had a different meaning, a different set of values to it, and musically it was so much better.
When Kenny Rogers passed away on March 20th, 2020, Dolly was devastated. She woke up that morning to the heartbreaking news and immediately took to social media to express her grief. "I will always love Kenny and treasure the memories we made together," she wrote, her words tinged with sadness but also with a deep appreciation for the friendship they had shared. "His music will live on, and so will our friendship." The bond between Dolly and Kenny was unique, something rare in the entertainment world.
But I loved Kenny with all my heart. My heart's broken, and a big old chunk of it has gone with him today. And I think that I can speak for all his family, his friends and fans when I say that I will always love you. Just happened to have this picture when I walked out this morning of us. I walked out and I thought, well, maybe I'll hold that up to everybody. So I know you're sad as I am, but God bless you, Kenny. Fly high, straight to the arms of God. And to the rest of you, keep the faith.
where relationships are often fleeting and driven by fame, what made their friendship so special was that it wasn't just about the spotlight or the music. It was about two people who respected each other as artists, as friends, and as human beings. They laughed together, cried together, and supported each other through the highs and lows of their respective careers. But the true depth of their friendship came to light when Dolly shared her emotions after hearing about Kenny's last words. As she explained in an emotional tribute, Kenny had expressed how much he appreciated their time together and how much he valued their friendship. His final words were not about his own accomplishments or the legacy he had built, but about the love and support he had received from those closest to him, particularly Dolly. Dolly's tears flowed as she recalled the moments they had shared, both the fun, lighthearted ones and the more serious, intimate ones. She remembered how they would often tease each other, laughing at their shared inside jokes, but also how they would have deep conversations about life, love, and the challenges they faced. She remembered how Kenny had always been there for her, whether it was performing at one of her charity events or simply offering words of encouragement during difficult times. For Dolly, Kenny's passing was not just the loss of a musical partner, but of a true friend who had been by her side for so long. What made their relationship even more profound was the understanding they had of each other's lives.
We have a special relationship, Dolly Parton and I, but it's not what you think.
Right.
You and I have been around a long time, Penny. Neither one of us just tumbled off the turnip truck.
I did.
Are you telling me nothing romantic with Dolly Parton?
I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart. I met her husband, first of all, and I was married to Mary Ann through that whole time. But what we did is we flirted with each other for 30 years, and it was much more electric. I think once you consummate a relationship like that, it loses something. And she and I both believed that theory. So we did some massive flirting in front of the nation, but there was never anything more than that.
Both Dolly and Kenny were icons in their own right, but they never allowed their fame to overshadow the bond they shared. They didn't compete with each other. Instead, they celebrated each other's successes, knowing that they had something unique and special between them that no one could replicate. After Kenny's passing, Dolly found comfort in the memories they had made together. She found solace in knowing that their friendship had not been about fame or public appearances, but about the genuine connection they had. She reflected on the time they had spent together, both on and off stage, and how it had shaped her life in ways she never expected. As she performed Islands in the Stream in tribute to him, it was clear that her love for him went beyond the music. It was a love rooted in years of shared experiences and unspoken understanding. Though Kenny Rogers is no longer with us, Dolly continues to honor his memory. Every time she sings one of their hits, every time she shares a story about their friendship, she keeps his spirit alive. Their bond was rare and beautiful, and it is something that will never be forgotten. As Dolly continues to perform and create new music, she does so with a part of her heart forever tied to Kenny Rogers. Their friendship was more than just a chapter in their careers. It was a lifelong story of love, laughter, and mutual respect. And for Dolly, the pain of losing him will always be softened by the countless memories of a friendship that transcended the stage and touched their hearts in ways words could never fully express.